We got the poops yesterday, so we couldn't record, but we're back.
Yeah, and I guess for today's podcast, we are going to be just talking about a little bit about our week. We went through quite a hectic week, I guess. Because
I mean, it's always pretty hectic, but I
yeah,
think
it's always. But I think
we try to pick and choose.
this week was particularly overwhelming. I think, at least for me, it was. I think, but I think for you
Yeah,
too.
for me too. I think we try to pick and choose like a theme from every week as well. And I think this week we really struggled with like balance.
Yeah.
We have so many different aspects of our lives that we're trying to coordinate, and it just gets really overwhelming sometimes.
Exactly. And I think right now she's doing her internship and I'm still going to college. And yeah, like I mean it's like two different things, but at the same time I think with the responsibilities that come with each of those areas in our life, I think maintaining like friendships and family time and self-care and all of that stuff is so like it's a lot. And sometimes I just want to like sit at home and just bed rot, and I just hope that like that time doesn't pass us by and that it just stops for me, but it doesn't. It just keeps running. And
it does. And you know what? Sometimes maintaining these relationships, whether it's like with friends or with family or whatever, sometimes it honestly feels kind of like a chore because we just have so much going on in our like academic or professional lives or whatever. And, you know, like you said, like sometimes we just want to go home and just like rot and not do anything. But then, you know, these relationships require like some kind of attention, and it's something that you have to maintain consistently. You know, you can't just like do something whenever you feel like it, right? So
exactly.
For me, like go ahead.
I mean, I just think that, you know, like of course you want to have like this fun time as well, because you want to also have a social life, you want to give your family all this time and all of that, but sometimes it just feels like your energy is just drained. And and also like college, sorry, is not easy. And so is work. Like, so work is also not easy. And I just sometimes...
There are pluses and minuses, I think. Like, I mean, at least for me, like, it's much less structured than school because I kind of, you know, decide my week, like, beforehand. And it's not, like, I attend classes, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit different for me right now. I'll be starting school, like, at the end of this month. But the thing is, you know, it's still something that I do, and I'm kind of on a schedule all the time. I think when it comes to like relationships and actually like having fun, my thing is like deciding to go. Because once I'm out, I like have fun. Like it's great, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's definitely there. Like when I'm outside, I'm like, oh my god, I love this. I should have done this sooner and stuff. But one more thing I also struggle with, I guess, is sometimes there's just so much like that I have to like time management, I guess that's the word, is really hard because I only have like a day off from my 6-day schedule of college, you know?
Right, because in India it's different.
So I have to do everything on this day, whether it's like putting in my like art workshops, like that work that's going for that, and then scheduling like my swim training or just like maintaining friendships or maintaining family time. It's all in one day and it's so hard.
I mean, I've literally been finding that I practice violin like once a week sometimes. Like it's terrible, but like it's just the reality of it. Like now that I'm not going to school for music, and you know, that's not really like my priority in terms of like, you know, school and stuff. It's just like something that, you know, gets put to the side a little bit. So obviously when I have a performance or when I'm teaching, like I practice a lot more around that time, but it's not something that I just do, like, you know, I mean? So I feel like the balance has really shifted over time for sure. For
Yeah, exactly. But I think we also have to remember that, I mean, I guess for both of us, what we keep reminding ourselves is that, like, it is okay to have, like, a rest day, to have a 0 day. It's okay to just, like, put in 10% of the effort. And sometimes it's just about showing up. It's not about, like, doing super great in these, like, performances or, like, even just my swim training or whatever. Like, we just go, we show up, like, we try to, put in that little bit of effort for that day so that we feel happy. And also just like being okay with like canceling plans and just staying at home and just being okay with like watching a movie and eating lots of ice cream. I don't know, that's
we just kind of end up like calling for hours and we don't even talk half the time, or like even the entire time, but we just like sit on the phone and just vibe, and sometimes that's just what we need.
Exactly. And I think that's something that everybody needs to keep in mind, is that it's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to take a rest day. It's okay to just sit back and relax, because sometimes you need that. Your body needs that. Your mind needs that. So whatever it is that you feel that you need to do to feel energized again, whether it's like a movie or talking with a friend or journaling, I don't know, but you should do it.
And I think some things require some kind of like a push, like obviously you need to like force yourself to do some things, because otherwise I feel like you're just gonna like rot in bed or whatever, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's all about the balance. Like it's all about just deciding when you really need a day off, and then when you're like, okay, I gotta get my stuff together and just kind of do something, get up and and live. Let us know, guys, if you can relate to any of this stuff. I feel like this is a really common thing, especially with like people in college and stuff like that. Like it's just, I don't know, but when I talk with like Sai, I don't have any other friends.
Because we're just each other's friends.
It just seems like a really major struggle. So
Yeah, and I know, let us know, guys. I feel like everybody has, like, I know there are, like, basic things that you could do to make yourself feel better, like more sunlight, journaling, and things like that you always see on the internet. But I feel like everybody has these, like, really quirky, weird things that they do for themselves to make themselves feel better, on, like, a random day. So let us know. Like,
comment down below. Comment down below. Like, what's your thing that you do?
Yeah, what's your thing? Like, is there something that makes you happy, like whatever it is, however quirky.
Yeah.
So that's it, guys.